Alright, so here it is. This is the Rally 500Z. As you can see, it's a 1973 240Z. Now the reason it's a 500Z, back in the day it was actually built with a Ford 289 to race rally. In open class before all-wheel drive got big, it was kind of a run whatever you can build type of scenario. So with the Ford 289 it was a 480Z. This time I'm putting a 302 in it, which is just under here. As you can see, here's my donor motor. Pretty standard, just Ford 302 V8 out of a 95 Bronco, so it's got the standard roller cam in it. And then I'll be running a T5 trans behind it. Now looking in the engine compartment here, you'll see that we've got engine mounts for the Ford there, as well as this, custom built-in subframe. It used to have headers that ran out through the fenders there, so that's exactly what mine will be doing, is coming out just behind the front tires here where that little cutout is, and mounted on those brackets down the side of the car. The other thing you'll notice is that the cage work on this, for being done in the late 70s, was really well done. You can see where it's tied into the strut towers, and then down here it's been seam welded down the actual edge of the strut tower, and then you can see too, if you look far back there, how where the cage goes through the firewall, it's actually got plates welded in there to close up the gap. So really nice cage work considering how late it was done. These were some vents for cooling there. If you look back here again and see they actually used taco gussets in there, which for that time period, I mean, this was really pretty premium work. So pretty excited to get to work on this thing. You can see here the original dash has been modified. I've actually got a lighter one I'm going to put in there. Here's the Corbeau GT8 seat, which this was like the classic race bucket. I mean, this thing was a big deal back in the day, so I plan to replace both seats with some new or reupholstered GT8s, whatever it ends up working out as. And changing over to fuel injection, and then this car actually had a sequential automatic C3 in it. I'm going to be putting a T5 in there, so taking it back to manual. I'm looking forward to the clutch kicks. So that being said, Rally 500Z target goal is about 350 horsepower and 2,000 pounds, and it'll be ripping around in the dirt, so it should be a friggin' blast. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to be doing is taking off the fenders and headlight buckets. So the fenders are riveted on, so time to have some fun with the drill. So over here I took the front valence off, and as you can see we've got some really yummy delicious stuff going on here. Now I don't know if it's just me, but it kind of smells like I might find a rat carcass in there. Of course this darn bolt holding the fender on, the only one, is giving me a heck of a time getting it out. This thing was pressed so close up against the fender here I couldn't get a socket on it, and there's actually a Phillips screw on the bottom, so I tried to use my impact gun and a Phillips bit, but it ended up just tweaking the Phillips bit because that thing's in there, probably rusted pretty good, so I sprayed some liquid wrench on it, and now just gotta get this socket on here so I can get it with the breaker bar. And hopefully this thing just comes out of here no problem with this, but we shall see. Well, the bolt just broke, so I guess that shows it's in there. That's going to be fun to get out. Oh yeah, look at that 30-year-old rally dust.
Now if you watch closely, you'll see a man who's had way too much Mountain Dew trying to drill out the rivets on fenders, but they keep spinning, so what does he do? He gets frustrated and decides to go over and try and remove the headlight bucket instead. But what does he find? A mix of metric and standard bolts that are all rusted. Yay! The joys of working on a 30-year-old car, so let's go back and forth to the toolbox over and over again.
I'm gonna sneeze. I think. So of course, there it is. All right. So of course this thing wasn't going to give up the ghost that easy, and I've got about 20 years of grass that's packed up inside of here that I really need like some tweezers for or something, because this ain't quite cutting it, but maybe I can just feel around in there and get these couple screws.
Hopefully you're not tired of watching me fail to remove the headlight yet, because I'm going to do it some more. Come on, you stubborn old bastard, get out of there. Damn it. These things are so frustrating sometimes, but here, well, eventually one of these days I'll get it. Come on, gotta go back and forth to the toolbox again and again.
Well, that's just awesome, huh? Gorgeous. Neat. Neato.
And right back at it again. But luckily it came out easier this time, right? Okay, finally it's out of there. So we'll just keep working the fender. Oh, fender's gone. All right, let's go to the other side, and hopefully this one comes out faster. Oh, and it did. And it did. That's what happens when you get practice. And then we'll go ahead and start removing this fender here, and it's going to vanish just like that. Boom, full frontal nudity. If this is any bit indicative of how much of a pain in the ass the rest of this build's going to be, me, right?
Alright, well that completes the first part of my teardown. This is all I got time for tonight, but I just want to leave you guys with one last quick shop tip. As you may have seen, there's dirt, grass, everything falling off this car. The biggest thing I can tell you is, as far as keeping your shop or garage clean, clean up every single time after you work. If you just let your tools sit there or whatever, it's just going to pile up and pile up till you have an unmanageable mess. So just have a little bit of discipline and clean up every time after you work, and your shop will stay way nicer.